Hey guys, it's Aidette. Today I'm doing another video where I am using my DSLR camera. I know, crazy. I'm using my Canon EOS 70D. I haven't used this one in a long time because I was having issues with the mic sounding too fuzzy and the picture not being as great, and right now I'm still working on some of the little things that I don't really like on this camera because I messed up the settings a long time ago, and then I said, you know what, I give up, I'm gonna use my vlog camera to film, and I was just becoming very unhappy with how my videos were turning out quality wise, and so here I am. I'm gonna be making some quality content for you guys only, period. And also, before I get started, in the comments down below, I want you guys to let me know if you guys like this quality and sound quality better than my previous videos. Also, my hair is freaking fuchsia right now. I have never had it this color before. I have always had it like a light pink, but right now it's more of like a darker purplish pink, and I think it looks really good. I love it. And of course, Hair by Maribel did my hair. And now moving on to the actual purpose of this video. You guys have known that I have been struggling with my acne from a previous video that I did film, and you guys will see in the video what the update looks like now. And it's not looking too good, but I'm here to be real with you guys, and I'm going to be showing you guys how I cover up my acne, and should be very informative and fun at the same time. And we're going to be doing this look all together, not just the foundation. So let's get glam together, even with our acne. Let's do this. So I'm going to get right into this video, and I just wanted to first off say that my skin is at the worst that it has ever been. I mean, I can actually say that 2 weeks ago my skin was at its absolute worst, but right now it's still severely bad. But even on this super HD camera, you guys still cannot see how it actually looks in person, but this is what it looks like right now. And the last time that I updated you guys, it was not nearly as bad. You guys told me that it wasn't that bad, but it was just crazy to me because I thought that that was the worst that it had ever been, and now it's turned out to be like this, and I just don't know what to do about it. And I've been trying to take care of my skin and use less products so my face doesn't flare up, and it's just, I don't know what to do at this point, and it's just really frustrating, and it makes me feel really sad. But you know what, we're getting through it. Makeup makes me feel a little bit better just because I feel like for the time being I don't have acne. So I wanted to bring this video to you guys, of course, because I know that many of you may be struggling with the same thing like me as well. Like on my previous video, I had so many of you guys engaging in the comments, and I'm so happy about that because I'm glad that I made the video, even though I was super insecure about even making it, since it is such a vulnerable state, especially right now since my skin is actually so terrible. I just wanted to make this update for you guys to see that sometimes things don't get better, sometimes things do get better. It just depends on the person, and for me it did get a little bit worse, actually a lot worse, but I wanted to show you guys. I want to take you guys on my acne journey, and hopefully one day I can get on here and say, hey guys, I finally beat acne and my skin is clear. What's up? So since in the last video you guys said that you couldn't really see, I'm just going to do more of a little close-up right here. There's a lot of scarring. There is a lot of like texture right now, and then also I do have it right here, like around my nose is mostly scarring, and then I do have like an ingrown here and one starting up like right here, and some little dots right here, and the ones on my chin are mostly just scarring, and then I do have like a tiny bit right here on my hairline and in between my eyebrows. So that's really what I'm dealing with right now. So that's my face for you guys. Now we're going to go straight into how I cover up my acne. So I just started off by wetting my beauty blender with this beautiful rose water. Smells so good. This is by Fourth Ray. It is called the Fresh AF Mist, and it smells like heaven. My favorite sponge to use is the LA Girl. By far it is my most favorite makeup sponge ever. It is super soft, and it's even softer than the originals, so it's crazy. I love these. Also, I do have a code for you guys to use for LA Girl. It'll be linked down below, and their stuff is already super cheap in price, and their quality is amazing. So imagine getting this for like a few bucks, and it comes with two. So the foundation that I have been swearing by since freaking ever, if you guys have been here on my channel since the very beginning, I have used the NARS Sheer Glow. This stuff is the only foundation that does not make me break out. I'm so blessed that I got the opportunity to find this foundation. I forgot how I found it. I think my mom actually is the one that showed me this. My mom shows me everything. She's the one that taught me how to do makeup, how to do hair, how to dress myself, how to do everything. So I love my mom, and I know she's watching right now, so I love you, mommy. But she introduced me to this foundation, and it is everything to me. This is the shade Stromboli in Sheer Glow by NARS, and this stuff is magic in a bottle. Right now, my fade is kind of tanning, right now. My tan is kind of fading, so I am Stromboli. This does have like a tan to it, but it definitely is my fading shade. So I'm just gonna take this on the back of my hand. And no, I do not wear primer. I strictly only wear moisturizer. I feel like moisturizer is much better than primer. Honestly, I feel like primer is a myth in makeup. I know a lot of you guys are gonna attack me, but for me, primers have made my face slide throughout the day, and just using moisturizer has done me wonders, and it stays on the entire night. So I just take about this much, just maybe like 2 to 3 taps on the back of my hand, and I just place it on with some clean hands. And I start with my problem areas, so of course I'm going to be starting right here on my right cheek, and then start on my left, just so I can make sure that I have most product there, on my chin, and then on the center of my forehead, and then in between my brows, and then the rest on anywhere else that I really need it. And this is such an odd trick that I always do, but with the excess that I have on my hand, I take my beauty sponge and I just dab all the excess onto the tip to where I'm going to be using the blender. And if I wasn't to put the excess on the blender beforehand, I would be going in with a straight damp blender, and I feel like that would kind of take away the product and it wouldn't put in more product, you know? So since I'm over here struggling with acne, I like to make sure that I get my full coverage, and this foundation is definitely a full coverage. So let's just take a look at this side. You guys saw it before. It was very red, very hyperpigmented, and it looked impossible to cover. So I'm also going to be taking that under my chin slightly. And you guys can see that this foundation pretty much covered all of it, and that's why I love this foundation so much. And also I can layer and layer and layer, and it will not look cakey whatsoever, and it just looks so good. It covers everything that I need to be covered. And in the very rare occasions when my skin is like extra red, I will just go in with a little bit more concealer by the same brand, NARS Custard. I used their creamy concealer over top, and you guys will see that in a second. I'm going to be taking the tiniest bit more just so I can cover up my forehead a little bit more. So I'm putting a little bit more on my forehead, and with the excess that I have, I'm just going to be putting it on my cheek with the most acne. And then these right here, these are the ones that are actually super hard to cover, which is the ones in between my eyebrows. They're just so red, I don't understand why. It's so amazing when you find a foundation that just works for you, because I have tried nearly every single foundation there is on the market, and a lot of them make me break out, and it's insane because I deep clean my face all the time, and I make sure that my makeup is always off. I mean, unless I knock out on accident, but that happens very rarely. But the chemicals just do not agree with my face, and the NARS one is the only one that agrees with my face. So I'm keeping this one forever. It also feels so light. Even when you do layer it on, it feels like you nearly have nothing on, and that is the best feeling with foundation, because you never want to feel like you have pounds of makeup on, because it's just very uncomfortable. So now let's take a look at my face. It looks like most of the redness is gone, and it looks like I have an even complexion. So of course that is what we look for in a foundation, right? And now let me put you guys on to another holy grail product. This is the NARS Creamy Concealer in the shade Macadamia, and I'm going to be using Macadamia when I'm tanner. So I'm just going to be taking this under my eyes right here. So it's just a little bit lighter than my tan skin right now. And I'm also going to be taking it on my blemishes right here. I mean, they're mostly covered, but I do like to do this just to ensure. And then of course right here, these little ones like to stay super red. Here. Now just taking the sponge and blending it all in.
One eternity later.
And now for this powder, this is one of my 2 favorite powders ever. So this one is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in the shade Banana Bread. So even when I'm super pale, I use Banana Bread. Even when I'm super tan, I use Banana Bread. Just because this one is such a neutral tone, and I feel like the other shades are way too white and they will cast you the tiniest bit of flashback, and honey, no flashback for us. So what I make sure to do is before I powder, I go back in where I normally crease, which is very rarely. I don't really crease anywhere except for on my eyelids and then also under my eyes. So I make sure that everything is patted, and I'll take some powder on the back of the cap and take this little brush right here for some precision, because I don't bake anymore. I find if I bake, I am more prone to getting flashback, no matter how amazing the powder is. So I just take a little bit and then I kind of go like this, and I'll just pat it right under my eyes, and it'll act as a slight bake. And I find when I do this, it makes my foundation last so much longer. So I do it under my eyes immediately first, and my eyelids, so I can prevent creasing, and then I work my way up to the areas where I do have more acne. So I go straight away to this area here, and I strictly only pat in my powder, because if I do just swipe away on my face, it will take off the foundation and you will have less coverage, my friend, and we do not want to do that. So I just do this all over my face just out of habit, I would say. But even if I didn't have acne, I would still do this because it works so well. It keeps makeup on all freaking day long. And then I like to do it on my nose especially too, because that's where I tend to get most oily. And then I'll do the same on my T-zone. This was a very straightforward video to show you guys how I cover up my acne. So as you guys can see, it is a huge difference. It looks like I truly do have no acne. So I'm very happy that I can cover it up and make myself feel a little bit better about myself just by adding the perfect base, and I'm so happy to be sharing this with you guys. And since that was such a short little moment, I am going to be doing a quick little talk through of how I'm going to be doing my makeup today. So you guys have been seeing me talk about this forever and ever. This is the only product that I use for my eyebrows. This is the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Soft Brown. And I don't know if I'm going to change up the color because I do have fuchsia hair right now, so I don't know if I should be using a darker shade or what, because I feel like this one's a little bit too warm for my hair right now. I need something a little bit more cool tone, but I think for right now I'm still chilling with the shade. So brows are done, and I forgot to mention that you guys can also get this on LA Girl, which will be linked down below with my code, so you guys can get 10% off, which makes a big difference, so go check it out. And I wanted to stop in and say that I have found my new favorite brow gel. This one stays on all day, along with the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, but this one I feel like feels like super glue, so I love it. This is the Urban Decay Brow Finish, and this is in the shade Clear, so I'll be taking it on my brows. And then for my eyes today, I'm going to be taking Too Faced Pretty Mess, and this was created by superstar Erica Jane. So we're going to be using this little baby right here. I have never used her, so very exciting, and Too Faced is one of my favorites. So I'm first going to be going in with Lap of Luxury, which is a baby pink shade, and then after we're going to be going in with Whatever, Who Cares. And I'm not sure if I want to do something on the lid, but if I do something on the lid, I'll either do Queen E or Worth Its Weight. So satisfying. Look at that beautiful mirror. Oh yes. I love having eyelash extensions because it just takes so much time off your makeup routine. Okay, but besides that, this pink shade is everything. Look at her, she's so pigmented. You go, Too Faced. One of the many reasons I love them, they always have such amazing shades. So actually I'm going to go in with Show and Tell inside my crease just because I think I'm gonna go into more of like a soft pink look today. We'll see. I always just kind of scan what colors I can play with, and then I always come out with a random look. I never really say, hey, I'm gonna do this today. I just say, let's look at a palette and see what works. Then I'm gonna wet my brush and dip right into the color and place it right on our eyes. So I'm pretty much done with my eyes. Now I need to brush out my lashes. Oh, this is such a pretty look. I'm so glad that I decided to use this palette today. So eyes are done, and really all that's left to do is bronzer, blush, and highlighter. So let's get to that. So I'm gonna be taking my trusty Too Faced bronzer with my favorite Morphe brush. Unfortunately, I don't know what the number even is because it's rubbed off. So I'm sad about that. Also, a pro tip for my girls out there with acne, I like to pat my bronzer first, and especially since it is on my cheek area, I need to pat it, and I can't just be doing circle motions right when I put it on, or else my pimples will peek through. And today I am going to change it up because I did get this in the mail recently, and since I love NARS, they did come out with a NARS Orgasm blush. This one is the updated version. So this is what it looks like now in some pretty pink packaging. So that's super cute. And let's see how it looks like on her face. I like to use this little brush here from Morphe as well. This is the M510. So I decided to even try this too because my eyes are very pinky today, and I do want to look a little bit more soft because with my fuchsia hair, it is more like on the purpley tone. And now I will be setting my face with the MAC Prep and Prime, and this one is the one that smells like cherry blossoms. So now that I waited for my face to dry, I'm going to place the highlight on the areas that I want to pop. Also, I make sure to not put the highlight on the areas where I do have pimples. Luckily, my pimples are right here, like where I put my bronzer, and not where I put my highlight. So I do make sure that I don't put it on my texture. And then I always love to add the same highlight onto my brow bone. And that's the look, folks. Now we're just gonna end it with another NARS product. I didn't mean to use this much NARS today, but that goes to show that it is one of my favorite brands. This is the NARS Precision Lip Liner in the shade Venice. And just over top of this, I added MAC's new lipstick in the shade Hey, Kiss Me. So I'm just gonna keep it like this for right now, and I really love it. So I'm very excited that this look came out really pretty. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end of this video. I really appreciate you guys, and if you guys would like for me to continue my acne journey, then please let me know in the comments and thumbs this video up and share it with your friends that are struggling with acne, just to show them that they're not alone. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.